and Canon Angela Tilby, and she used to preach to Harry at Eton. Might have been someone that you rubbed shoulders with back in the day, actually, Arthur. She was there when he was at school.
Not if she's Church of England, I wouldn't have done, no.
And she's mentioned, she's written a sermon in the Church Times in which she's urged Harry to shed the role of victimhood. She's also said that Harry's actions have worsened his alienation from his family and questioned his own claims he's forgiven Charles and the family over Megxit, saying it is clearly a qualified forgiveness. What do we think of these words from Canon Angela Tilby? Do they hit the nail on the head?
Well, I don't think the royals have got to apologise to Harry, quite honestly. I mean, Harry, they gave him their blessing when he went off to the United States. They said, that's what you want to do, Harry, fine. I mean, the Duke of Windsor, when he was exiled, he went off to live in the Bahamas, but he never, ever, ever said a bad word about the royal family. And Harry spent the first year of his life there just rubbishing the royal family. And I think he should be asking them for forgiveness, not demanding forgiveness from them. I think they did everything for him. I mean, the king walked his bride down the aisle. They gave him a wonderful wedding. They gave him a beautiful home at Frogmore House. They spent £2 million renovating it. He didn't want any of that. He went off to America and he made millions and millions of dollars just trashing the royals. And I think he should be on his knees to the king, ask for forgiveness.
Samara, role of victimhood, is that something that Harry needs to shed?
Well, victimhood is a very California type of term that doesn't really exist in the royal family. And I think a lot of what's behind his rhetoric is Meghan. And a lot of people have been saying that and seeing that increasingly after he moved to Montecito. I mean, that whole BBC interview, which just made him look like a pompous brat, to be honest, and very, very entitled, really made a lot of people question who is in his head. Who is behind this? And so many of the woke terminology that he was using just spoke to me of Meghan. I really think she's behind this, and she feeds upon this victim complex that he already had, but she uses it in order to sort of keep the relationship. I mean, we saw on the Jamie Kern-Lima podcast that she went on, she said, Harry is my protector. He slayed the dragons to protect his family. I mean, who says that? Who are the dragons in this situation? It definitely was not the king and the royal family. All they did was try and protect that boy. And clearly without their protection, he's falling apart.
Well, let's talk about their relationship a little bit, because we did get a little kind of glimpse maybe into it wasn't really behind the scenes, but these were the photos that we received from Harry and Meghan on a date night at a Beyonce gig. Harry in a hat, Meghan all over Harry for the pictures. They were cuddling. They were looking loved up. What do we think of these pictures? Is this a good glimpse inside their relationship, or was this staged for social media, guys?
I think Harry looked a bit stupid in that hat, quite honestly. If it was a cowboy theme, I think the Cowboys would be disappointed in him. But no, I think, look, there's been a lot of talk that they're not getting on, that they're doing separate things, and I think maybe Meghan decided, I'm sure she decided we're going to do some pictures like that, and I mean, if you didn't know the story behind the whole lot, you'd think they were lovely pictures, but I look at it and I thought it's all contrived. And it's a pity they don't show us pictures of their children that we all want to see. Why, can you see the backs of them? We never see them, and that's the pictures we want to see, not them again, kissing each other and holding hands and I just was so disappointed in Harry, I really am,
Well, there has been a lot of online speculation. We've also covered it in The Sun, the fact that professionally they have split and they're going their separate ways. Do you believe what we're seeing here on Meghan's Instagram, that it's just a happy, loved-up couple out on a date night, hugging, wearing a hat with it? I think it had tributes to their two children drawn inside the hat as well.
Like every piece
Clearly
of creepy,
contrived.
Creepy clothing. I know Meghan's got the weird sort of turtleneck that she wears with the Archie and Lilibet on it. It's just strange. And I think, first of all, I mean, there's some interest. I don't know what Harry is trying to cover up with that hat. I don't know if it's male pattern baldness, but I think that whole thing was so contrived, as you said, Arthur. And I just think that Meghan is the biggest paparazzi in Harry's life. It didn't need to be all out there. But what I know is that she was trying to absolutely flood all the media channels with those photos to detract from the Ring camera photos. That is very obvious because she was posting all weekend. I mean, we didn't need to see them at the Beyonce concert. Harry wasn't even there for Archie's 6th birthday. There's clearly trouble in paradise, and she's trying to cover it up, and she thinks that we are stupid enough to fall for that crap. I mean, I'm not going to fall for a photo of her smiling with Harry and a video reel of them kissing. The facts speak for themselves.
I mean,
Who took the pictures, Matt? I mean, did he take their own photographer with them?
Well, I'm assuming they did,
Well,
because
I mean,
some of them were
if that's the
professionally
case,
done.
well, it is as Samara said, it's just contrived, and that'd be interesting to know who took them. It wasn't bylined. I never saw anywhere. I never saw anybody photographer's name on any of the pictures.
It may well be one of their team with a smartphone, because smartphones
probably,
are great these days. But it really has been a week of of contrasting pictures, as you just pointed out there. We've got the doorbell camera of Harry walking up and down the street, and then you've got this carefully curated set of Instagram photos.
Yeah.
On Meghan's Instagram page, she's, I think, beginning of January, or maybe January the 1st, she launched this Instagram page. Samara, you are all over social media. I know, TikTok and Instagram star. What do you make of her Instagram page so far? Is it a hit? Is it achieving what she wants, what her aims are for this page?
I was looking at it the other day for something I was going to write, and it's just quite sad, to be honest. I actually do think that when I look at that page and I look at some of the pathetic photos that she puts out there, and she's trying to curate this weird, cheapo image, in my opinion, it makes me think you left all of that. You left the iconic British royal family so that you could have an Instagram page and post a couple of photos of you picking lemons in an orchard. It really doesn't weigh up, but I think it is where Meghan is most comfortable. She wants to control the narrative. She wants to do it on her own terms. Obviously, she was doing it well before she met Harry with the TIG, and this is just sort of a weird rendition of that, using her titles and using anything she can to gain relevancy. But it hasn't really achieved, I think, what she wanted it to achieve. I think she wanted it to achieve this rebrand for her. She wanted everyone to love her. She wanted to be the Gwyneth Paltrow style of influencer. But every time she posts something, it just doesn't quite hit the mark. It doesn't quite do what it needs to do or needs to achieve.
But this is the modern way, isn't it, Arthur? Is to to prevent other people taking pictures of you or using other pictures. You take your own picture. If you're a celebrity, you take your own pictures, you curate them carefully, and you put them out on social media. This is what celebrities do in your business.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they like to have them airbrushed, and they like to have them, made to look their very best. Well, Meghan. I mean, Meghan's a good-looking girl. She's and she knows it as well, and. If she just wants to make us believe that everything in Montecito is great, and it's not. And about the Instagram page, she's only going to put what she wants to put, and quite honestly, I can't be bothered to looking at it.